The chosen one. Get ready. Something powerful is going to happen. And it's no coincidence that you're here now. If you're seeing this, God has sent you here for a purpose. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is now closer than ever. And today, everything changes. Cancel all plans for today because this is your time. You have reached the end of the process. And it begins shortly. What you've been praying for, hoping for, and waiting for has become a reality. It is entering your reality. This is not only a mental change, but a spiritual and energy metamorphosis that will astound you as a chosen one. Everything will begin to fall into place more quicker than you could have imagined. However, in order to completely embrace this, you must first connect with what is to come. This moment demands your concentration, attention, and belief. Before you dive into this life-changing message, take a minute to do 3 things. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach, and leave a comment with the number. This will boost the energy of the moment, delivering a strong signal to the cosmos. If you're genuinely a chosen one, you'll watch the whole video because your soul knows this message is for you. Don't allow distractions throw you off path. The last stage has arrived, and once it starts, there is no going back. Stay tuned, and let's get to it. The breakthrough begins today. The message is plain. The chosen one. Today is the day to cancel everything. Your path to greatness has reached a crossroads, and God is urging you to rethink all you've planned. All of the distractions and responsibilities that are tugging you in many ways must be set aside. This is not the time to let the noise of the world guide your actions. This is your opportunity to pause and listen. Prepare yourself for the miraculous breakthrough that is just around the corner. Consider what happens if the cosmos comes to a halt. When you experience a profound, quiet voice from God instructing you to concentrate. In this time of calm, God is clearing your road. He is already moving things in your life, eliminating barriers and directing you to the destiny He has planned for you. It may seem unnerving at times. You may question why now. Why do I have to suspend everything and just trust in His timing? He understands what is best for you. And this moment of silence is a prelude to the bounty He is going to pour into your life. It may seem inconvenient, but canceling plans and adjusting your concentration is necessary for the breakthrough to occur. You cannot accept the entire scope of what God has for you if you are too preoccupied with things that do not fulfill your purpose. Trust the moment. This is a moment to stop, ponder, and align with His divine intent. You are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. The chosen one. It is just on the horizon. There is just one step left for you to take. Your journey has not been easy. However, every effort and failure has prepared you for this time. You are stronger, smarter, and more resilient than you were before. You confronted all of these problems. The tears you've wept and the times of uncertainty have helped lay the groundwork for your brilliance. The last phase needs you to trust. Trust in God's plan. Trust the process, and trust yourself. There may be doubters around you who don't understand why you've chosen this road. Remember, this is your trip, and only you can complete it. The last phase is not about muscular mobility. It is about spiritual alignment. Are you ready to let go of the past and embrace the future? It's time to let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. This phase is all about letting go of the old version of you. Fear, restrictions, and anxieties. They don't belong in your fresh chapter. God is preparing you for something amazing. The life you've always wanted is about to become a reality, and you must embrace it with unflinching faith and devotion. Distractions might seem more appealing than ever when you are on the verge of making a breakthrough. The earthly world, with its clamor and seduction, might easily lead you astray from your heavenly path. But now, more than ever, you must maintain your concentration. The world will attempt to persuade you that it has all the answers. However, the only genuine counsel comes from above. Anything that takes you away from your spiritual center is a distraction. Consider the moments when you felt lost, tugged in 100 different ways, and unable to hear God's voice. This is what happens when we let distractions take control. They distort our judgment, weaken our will, and prevent us from recognizing the path God has planned for us. You must make a deliberate choice to avoid distractions, such as social media, harmful relationships, or worldly wants, and instead choose the clarity that comes from being aligned with God's plan. It will not be easy. Temptations will arise, and the world will reach out to you, promising rapid fulfillment. However, what is ephemeral cannot be compared to the eternal pleasures that come from obeying God's plan. You have made it this far. Do not allow distractions deprive you of your heavenly birthright. Keep your eyes on the goal and your heart listening for God's voice. Alignment with God is not a one-time decision. It is a daily intentional effort. Every choice you make, every action you perform, must reflect His plan for your life. You aren't here by chance. You were picked for a particular reason. And aligning with God's will is the key to achieving the breakthrough He has planned for you. Every time you submit to His will, you open doors that no one can shut. This alignment requires trust. Trust God's timetable, even when it seems that nothing is occurring. Trust that He is organizing the circumstances that will result in your breakthrough. There may be times when you feel like you're caught in the waiting room of life, but remember that waiting is not a sign of delay. It is an indication of readiness. God is preparing you for a future beyond anything you could have dreamed. When you align with God, you cease resisting the flow of His purpose. You accept His grace to help you get through tough times, recognizing that every challenge presents a chance for improvement. The more you identify with His mission, the more you'll sense His presence guiding your every action. This alignment will lead to the breakthroughs for which you have prayed. Rest assured, they're on their way. God is cleaning the way before you choose one. You may feel as if everything is coming apart or that everything you thought was safe is slipping away. However, this is part of God's perfect design. He is eliminating people, places, and circumstances that no longer fulfill your needs. It may ache, and you may feel as if you are losing something significant. But recognize that God's elimination is His method of creating place for something better. Just like trimming a tree promotes its growth, God's pruning process is essential for your development. Sometimes the people we care about or the conditions we find comfortable prevent us from living the life God has planned for us. Although the procedure may be uncomfortable, it is only temporary. God eliminates these things from your life. He is creating room for the benefits that are intended for you. Your future is determined not by what you lose, but by what you acquire in accordance with God's will. As the route is clear, you'll start to notice new possibilities emerge. Keep your faith strong, since God's plan for your life is much bigger than you could have dreamed. God communicates with us in numerous ways, including dreams, signs, and unexpected happenings. Prepare for the unexpected as you approach your breakthrough. You may discover prophetic numbers or symbols appearing out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. They are supernatural signs that direct you toward your destiny. Don't disregard these indications. They are affirmations that you are on the correct track. Perhaps you'll see numerals repeated, such as 5, 5, or 7, 7. These numbers are often utilized by God to remind us that He is with us and that we are nearing a breakthrough. However, the indications will not be strictly numerical. You may hear particular words, have vivid visions, or come across events that seem too perfectly timed to be anything else than divine intervention. These are God's whispers, a reminder that He is close. Stay vigilant since the signals are already appearing in your life. God is speaking with you, whether quietly or loudly, to affirm the impending breakthrough. Trust the process and don't discount what you're feeling. These indications are God's method of informing you that you're nearly there when He summons you to pray. Do not hesitate. It may not always happen at the most convenient moment, and you may not always understand why. However, obedience in prayer is essential to your breakthrough. There may be times when you sense an overwhelming need to pray at unusual hours, perhaps when you're tired or preoccupied. These are not random occurrences. They are heavenly invitations to communicate with God. Prayer is more than simply asking for aid. It's about aligning your heart with God's plan. It's about accepting His plan, even if you don't comprehend it. When God puts an urgency in your heart, it indicates that something significant is occurring in the spiritual world. Respond to His call right away, for this is how you'll get the strength, wisdom, and clarity you need to continue ahead. Miss this moment, and you risk losing out on a heavenly transformation. So, when God tells you to pray, don't question it. Trust that He is aware of your needs. And in those peaceful times of prayer, you will discover the answers you need. As you approach your breakthrough, the adversary will hurl every temptation at you. This is not a coincidence. As you approach closer to your blessing, it gets more difficult to reject. The adversary understands how strong you are when you are linked with God, and he will do all he can to derail you. The key to fighting temptation is to remember your mission. Temptations may take various shapes: distractions, negative influences, and even self-doubt. But remember this: every time you resist, you go one step closer to the breakthrough you've been looking for. Your faith will be challenged, but it will only strengthen you as the opponent casts doubts. Turn to God. He is your protection. Maintain your attention on the prize ahead and avoid the temptation to wander. This is a key time. If you give in to temptation, you may put yourself back. However, if you maintain your faith, fight temptation, and remain aligned with God's plan, you will reap the benefits. Prophetic numbers are not just coincidences. They are communications from God. Pay great attention if you notice a pattern of numbers. These supernatural messages indicate that God is confirming your course. Whether it's a new beginning, 2, 2, and 4, balance or 4, divine protection, these figures serve as reminders that you are on the correct course. Each number has a distinct meaning and energy. When you observe them, consider it a sign that God is aligning your life with His will. These numbers provide spiritual comfort, leading you through the uncertainty and indicating that your breakthrough is near. So, the next time you see a number that jumps out, take a minute to contemplate. What is God trying to tell you? Keep your heart open to these divine signals, and trust that they are bringing you closer to your destiny as your breakthrough approaches. Be ready for obstacles to emerge. It may seem as if the world is throwing everything at you at once: financial difficulties, interpersonal instability, or unexpected setbacks. But let me tell you that they are not barriers designed to break you. They are heavenly tests that will move you closer to your destiny. Every problem presents a chance for progress. It's similar to how a muscle gains strength via resistance. The more challenges you confront, the stronger you become. Consider the great leaders, prophets, and visionaries who faced inconceivable hardships. What distinguished them was their capacity to persevere, to look beyond the current difficulty and concentrate on the future possibilities. God does not offer us obstacles that will ruin us. He provides them to form and polish us into the people we're destined to be. And each struggle you conquer puts you closer to the future He has prepared for you. So, when life's storms arrive, don't be disheartened. Stand up and meet them full on, knowing that you are being honed for greatness. God is working in your behalf, and this task is only one of your preparation for what's to come. God's call does not always come in the form of words or signs. It begins with a sensation, a profound awareness that your present surroundings is no longer where you should be. Have you ever felt restless, as if your surroundings, career, or people were too tiny for your calling? It's an impulse that intensifies as you come closer to your breakthrough. God is encouraging you to go beyond what you know and into the immensity of what He has planned for you. You may be content where you are, but comfort does not equal to satisfaction. True progress frequently necessitates suffering. Don't ignore the pull in your soul that tells you it's time to go, whether it means leaving a job, moving, or withdrawing from unhealthy relationships. These are the voids that prevent you from fulfilling your divine destiny. If you choose to remain in these cramped quarters, you risk strangling your potential. God is inviting you to fly higher, seize new possibilities, and mature into the person He always knew you could be. So don't hesitate. Take the jump and believe that God will catch you and guide you to the next stage of your life. Rejection may be a particularly unpleasant experience, especially when it seems personal. You may have been turned down for a job, a romance, or even by friends or family. But what if I told you that rejection does not mean the end? It's just redirection. God uses rejection to lead you to something better, something bigger. When doors shut, He just directs you to chances that are actually connected with your mission. Remember the tale of Joseph, who was rejected by his brothers, cast into a pit, and sold into slavery? It felt like the end of his dream, but God had bigger plans. Joseph's rejection drove him to Egypt, where he finally ruled, saving nations. Rejection is never a loss. It is a heavenly redirection toward a destiny in accordance with God's intention for your life. Trust God to shield you from things that are not intended for you, even if it hurts. Trust that His plan is superior than anything you could have dreamed. Rejection is not an indication of your failure. It is an indication of God's loving guidance. It is time for you to rise. The chosen one, you have gone through the fire. You have withstood the storms, and now God is asking you to fly. You're about to undergo a change, a time when everything changes. You will no longer be limited by the weight of the past or what others have said is achievable. This is your opportunity to soar. Think about the eagle. It flies far above the clouds, fearless and free. The eagle does not remain on the ground like the other birds. It soars above the storm, allowing the wind to propel it higher. This is the call on your life. You're not supposed to remain where you are. You're intended to soar above. Spread your wings and live life to its greatest extent. You've been ready for this moment, and now it's time to take off. There will be problems ahead. However, you are prepared to manage them. God has already given you all you need to fly. Trust in His supply. Believe in the power He has put inside you. And believe in the wings He has given you to soar higher than you ever believed imaginable. The moment has arrived for you to realize your full potential. This is not just a breakthrough. It's a heavenly awakening. It's the point at which everything you've gone through, all the ups and downs, suddenly makes sense. You begin to view your life through a new lens, seeing the meaning behind every adversity and the lessons in every obstacle. You've gone through the fire, but you're coming out cleansed, stronger, and ready to live the life God has planned for you. This heavenly awakening is not limited to outward changes. It is about an inward transition. Your intellect, soul, and heart. Everyone is connecting with God's will in ways they never have before. You will begin to sense a change deep inside yourself. You've never felt more at ease, purposeful, or clear. The fog is clearing, and the road is getting clearer. Your breakthrough has arrived as you welcome this revelation. Understand that you are not the same person you were yesterday. You are changing, becoming a better version of yourself. This is your opportunity to shine. The chosen one. Accept it and see the metamorphosis develop before your eyes. The benefits you've been hoping for are not far distant. They are on the point of appearing in your life. However, the key to obtaining them is your connection with God. As you enter this last season of preparation, align your emotions, thoughts, and actions with His will. God has planned more benefits for you than you could have anticipated. However, they need your compliance, your faith and trust. Now is the moment to totally commit. It is not enough to just trust in God's promises. You must align with them. This entails believing in His time, following His lead, and submitting to His plan. When you do, you will discover previously unthinkable possibilities. As God showers you with favor, benefits will flow freely into your life. Do not hesitate. It is now. Align yourself completely with God and ready to get the rewards you've long sought. This is your time, chosen one, and the grandeur you've been waiting for is within grasp. This is the day you've been waiting for. The chosen one. All of the prayers, longing, grief, and suffering have culminated in this important moment. God's miraculous breakthrough is more than simply a faraway hope. It's occurring right now in the invisible world. The doors are opening. The angels are moving. God is organizing everything to lead you to the fulfillment of His promises. This is not tomorrow or next week. This is today. You have gone through the fire. But today is the conclusion of that season and the start of a new one. You may not be able to see it with your own eyes right now, but there is a spiritual change taking place that will soon appear in your physical reality. Obstacles that looked insurmountable are being lifted, and your breakthrough is about to explode. Take a minute. Take a breath in. This is your time. It's easy to mistrust, particularly after such a lengthy wait. However, the indicators are present. You sensed a stirring in your soul. Your faith has been tried, and you have come out stronger than ever. This is your prize. Your breakthrough is not a question of if, but when. And the victory is now. Everything you've hoped for, every commitment you've kept is going to be realized in ways you can't comprehend. So go into this situation with confidence. The wait is finished, and the fulfillment of God's promises starts now. Stay aligned, loyal, and trust in God's perfect time. You are stepping into your destiny, and everything you need is already on its way. The door is opening, the chosen one, and this isn't just a crack. It's wide open. God has been planning this moment for you. It is now time to go through. You prayed and believed, and suddenly the holy door is flinging open. But it is up to you to get through it. It is urgent, because this opportunity is time-sensitive. The window is opening, and when it happens, you'll be ushered into a season of unprecedented plenty. You've been standing at the doorway, uncertain of what's beyond it. Perhaps you've hesitated because it seems daunting, but believe in God's plan. Everything you've been waiting for is on the other side of this door. Promotion, healing, breakthrough, and divine provision. There is no need to be afraid, for God has already gone before of you to prepare the way, and He is with you, directing your feet. This is not the time to second-guess or look back. The time to act is now. There won't be any more waiting. Don't allow fear or uncertainty prevent you from starting the next chapter of your life. Your destiny is beckoning you, and God is preparing the way for you to go into it. Step forth confidently, knowing that God is with you. Every step along the route, the door will not remain open forever. If you delay now, you risk passing on an opportunity that has been precisely tailored to you. Walk bravely. Trust in God and receive the benefits and favor He has planned for you. This is your moment. Take it. There is no more waiting. No more wondering when it will happen. It is now, and your breakthrough is approaching. Every prayer, tear, and step of faith has brought you to this important point. You may not see it yet, but everything is perfectly aligned in the spiritual sphere. The breakthrough you've been hoping for is going to come true in a manner that will take your breath away. Do not miss it. This period of waiting has been lengthy, and it has strained your patience, your faith, and perseverance. However, God is now prepared to shower you with blessings that will not only meet, but surpass your expectations. It will be a profound breakthrough that will leave you in awe of God's kindness and faithfulness. You've been prepared, you have been polished, and now it is time for the prizes to arrive. Do not allow fear or uncertainty keep you back. The adversary may attempt to convince you that this time is not genuine, but know that God keeps His promises. He has vowed to realize your breakthrough, which is not a faraway fantasy. It's closer than you realize. All that remains is for you to go forward with trust and confidence. This is the moment you have been waiting for. Open your heart. Receive the promise. Step into the glory that God has intended for you. Your breakthrough is more than simply a gift to you. It will spread and influence others around you. Get ready, since today signals the start of your new chapter. The wait is ended. You've been through the stillness, bewilderment, and seasons of doubt. But now God's time has come, and it's time to be ready for what's coming. God has been working behind the scenes, coordinating every detail, organizing events, and putting everything into motion. You may not have realized it, but He has been working in your life, preparing you for this time. It is critical to recognize that now is not the time for complacency. This is not the time to sit back and expect things to happen. Now is the time to get ready. God has already provided the framework, and it is now up to you to follow through. The benefits, opportunities, and breakthroughs are on their way. However, they need that you prepare. God will not drop everything in your lap unless you do your part. How do you prepare? Begin by connecting your heart and mind with His goal. Remove any distractions, concerns, or anxieties that may be preventing you from fully participating in what He has prepared. This is the moment to be deliberate about your activities. Seek Him with all you've got. This is not passive waiting, but rather active preparation for the gifts that are going to arrive in your life. God is trustworthy, and His timing is always impeccable. Trust in His method, believe in His methods, and prepare your heart for the flood of blessings that will come your way. The waiting period has passed, and it is now time for you to embrace your divine destiny. You're now standing on the verge of something massive. Your breakthrough is not some faraway hope. It's merely on the other side of your existing situation. The opponent may attempt to make you believe it is still far away, but let me tell you which one you've selected. You're right on the brink. The breakthrough you've been hoping for is closer than you realize. However, in order to completely reap the benefits, you must remain prepared. When you're on the verge of something major, it's tempting to lose focus or question if it will really happen. However, don't allow the uncertainty hinder you. Now you've gone this far. Every minute of preparation, every prayer, and every act of faith has led you here. The opponent will attempt to distract you, making you believe you are not prepared or that something is amiss. But believe that God has already prepared you for this time. Staying prepared requires keeping your heart open, staying focused on God's will, and refusing to be distracted by the noise around you. The opponent may attempt to persuade you that you are unqualified, unworthy, or unable. But God says different. He has prepared you for this breakthrough, and it is yours to take. All you have to do now is remain loyal, obedient, and ready to step into what He has planned for you. You're closer than you realize. This is not the time to delay, question, or second-guess. Stand firm. Keep your trust firm and prepare to enter into the breakthrough that has been reserved only for you. Your time has come, and you are about to see the fulfillment of all God has promised you. There is no more time to waste. This moment is essential. Chosen one, you must connect with God's plan before it is too late. The time for hesitating is over. God is moving rapidly, and the window of opportunity is narrowing. Everything you've waited for is about to happen, but you must be completely aligned with His will. There is no space for doubt. There is no room for delay. Aligning with God's plan entails trusting His time, method, and purpose for your life. It is about putting away your own agenda and completely submitting to His. When you do this, things start to fall into place. The blessings, favor, and breakthrough you've waited for will arrive, but only if you obey. If you wait too long, you may miss the opportunity. The chance to embrace your divine destiny has arrived. However, it requires that you act immediately. God is both patient and action-oriented. He is urging you to trust and follow His direction. The longer you wait, the more likely you are to lose out on what He has planned for you. But if you act now, if you align with His plan, you will see doors open wide, opportunities stream in, and the breakthrough you've been praying for will appear right in front of you. This is the moment that will alter everything. Don't pass it by. Align with God's will today and confidently pursue the benefits and destiny He has planned for you. Today, everything changes. This is neither a nebulous promise or a distant fantasy. It is a heavenly statement. You have been waiting, praying, and hoping for change. And now it's occurring in front of your eyes. The environment is packed with holy energy, and God is working in ways He never has before. Things that previously seemed unthinkable are becoming a reality. The issue is, are you ready? When a shift occurs, it is generally followed by a period of turmoil. The ground shakes, and familiar things in your life may become unpleasant or strange. However, they are not indications of failure or loss. They are evidence of God's transformational force at work. He is stirring things up to create way for gifts and possibilities. He is going to flow into your life. Your surroundings may seem unstable right now, but this is God's method of preparing you for what is ahead. You may feel tempted to withdraw or distrust the process, but remember that when God changes things, it is always for your benefit. Even if you don't yet see the complete picture, trust that each shift is bringing you to someplace greater. Keep your trust strong. Keep your eyes on Him and be prepared to seize the possibilities that may arise. This is not a minor move. This is a significant life-altering shift. Prepare your heart and mind to truly embrace the new season. God is doing something significant, and He is going to disclose a new chapter of blessings, development, and destiny that you never expected. Don't miss out on this transformative opportunity. Accept the change and all that it entails. God has prepared you for this glorious time, and it's here. It is now. You're on the edge of something huge, and quick action is essential. This is not the time to sit back and wait for things to happen naturally. God is calling you onward. Make a move. To act boldly. Your breakthrough is about to happen, but it will need your involvement. The key to entering this magnificent moment is preparedness. You must be spiritually, psychologically, and physically prepared to respond when the call comes.